Welcome in once again to the Yugioh Fresh Off the Press community, where we analyze the current pulse, trends, and forecast of the Yu-Gi-Oh markets. We're here to feed the endless eternal Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard market watch addiction, guys. You guys already know. Welcome in, guys. The channel continues to grow, man. Make sure you guys are subscribed. It really does help out the channel. Let's immediately get to it. Today we're going to be talking about Edison format buyouts. Just insane, crazy buyouts that are happening in the Edison, category section of the markets that not too many people talk about or focus on. I get it. Not everyone plays Edison. Some people don't even know what Edison is yet. So, if you want to learn more about Edison, like an actual educational theoretical video, you can type Edison here in the search bar in the channel. We've made Edison market watches on the in the past, and there's some even evergreen content. Where is it? Right here. Edison format, popular retro Yu-Gi-Oh. Retro Yu-Gi-Oh. We actually went in, discussed the Edison ban list, what decks you guys can play, things of that nature. It was done 5 months ago, man, when the channel was first getting started. Over an hour-long video. I think that's the longest video I've ever made on the channel. It is Edison, man. A lot of people really like the format. It has gained popularity, as of late in the Yugi-verse. And I always like to come back every once in a while and check some Edison cards, and especially when some of these are actually getting bought out. And shout out to Leon, man. Leon is one, a member of the community, one of my day ones. Always been talking about Edison since the channel first started, and this market watch is definitely for his enjoyment. He deserves it, man. Always providing that good value for the community, since day ones. And here we go. Let's get it. Edison, man. This card is getting bought out. It's getting a second leg up. You guys know in this channel we have the second leg up mythology. We analyze the charts. Let's dig in. The first card we're gonna get to is Magical Android, guys. Jay, what is that? Second leg, what? 2 legs, 4 legs, a cat, humans? What is going on, guys? Second leg methodology. Guys, you go to the charts, here we go. We have a bottom of 14 billies. If we go to the yearly chart, this is better. We have a bottom of 6 billies. You have that first leg up, guys. That first parabolic advance in the charts where, Edison starts gaining popularity. Everyone gets into it, yada, yada, yada. We have a max of 14 billies, right? Then we have that first retracement. Here it says $12. I think it did hit single digits at one point, if I'm not mistaken. These charts are not always reflective of 100% price action. Sometimes they lag behind, things of that nature. But we had that first retracement. Then we continued to consolidate here, and now we're having that second leg up, parabolic advance. Once again, the chart is literally going parabolic, like we like to say here on the channel, meaning that we pierced through the previous all-time high of 14 billies on up to 17 and even $18 a pop. If we clean this up janitor style, we do see that with shipping, this is essentially an almost 19 billy card. You can say 20 already. Single digi listings, only one page. You do have the wall of 10 there at 20. What? That's 30s with shipping, but yeah, a lot of one-ofs, man. This card is extremely hard to get, all of them. This is just the ultra rare from Legendary Collection 5Ds. This is the one that I own because I just like the way it looks. I could have chosen the regular DT. If it would have been an ultra DT, I would have gone for that, but common DT, a super rare, and a turbo pack, they're all similar market prices, you could say, for the most part. So I just went with the ultra rare. You can see the lowest listings. It is the rare, but again, only 4 printings for this card. It's an extra deck staple in most Edison extra decks. I definitely play this in my Edison Lightsworn deck that we made a deck profile on the channel as well for all the new people coming in. And yeah, it's a great card to keep in mind. Definitely moving on up. Only one page for the ultras. Most of these are getting, of the other 3 printings, are getting cleaned out of the markets, and these buyouts are strong, man. People are not playing around. I remember first covering this card when it was just barely crossing the double digi range. It was here, around here, right there, the first parabolic move, like midway through, and this card has continued to go up. This card definitely needs a reprint, and yeah, man, I wonder when Konami's gonna give us like that Edison reprint box. That'd be crazy. But wow, it's crazy to see these cards appreciate in price this much. Then another buyout essentially going on is pulling the rug. As we can see, market price of 30s for the OTs, and then you have the Strike of Neos rare, and then you have the Champion Pack 5. Look at this card, guys. It's insane. It used to be what, a 6 Billy card forever, and people already thought that rare was pretty expensive. But as you can see here, wow, if you clean this up, bought out. No near mints here to my knowledge, based on the filters here. Literally bought out, guys. No listings, no near mint listings. Negate the activation and effect of an effect monster whose effect activated when a monster was normal summon, even itself, and destroy that effect monster. So great counter trap. Go first side, you play this, set it, you know, and then you respond on your opponent's turn, especially in Edison, where there's monster effects that normal summon. Excuse me, guys. You know, when you normal summon, usually your opponent has a monster effect to respond to that. You can negate it and destroy their monster. And then here you have, you know, an ultimate rare. Let's check the other rare. As you can see, all of these cards are getting cleaned out of the markets. As you can see, you know, 60 bills. Insane for the unlims and the first triple digis. Let's see. Okay, so you have a couple here. Quickly goes up to $75 for this ultimate rare. And then here we have the other rares. As you can see, wow, in the last 3 months, wow, this card was 5-6 billies near mint here. And then first that they're 20 billies a pop. Just guys, I mean, only 2 pages. Card is getting targeted, man. 12 listings, almost single digit listings. People want to get this card. It's very good, very useful in Edison. And the competitive players, you know, in that format, they want to have the cards they need. They want to win. They want to compete. So you can see that this card definitely needs a reprint as well. Man, pulling the rug, most definitely, man, getting cleaned out of the markets. Another one is Royal Oppression. Guys, this card continues to be valued across all fronts, all versions, all prints. As you can see here, you have rares, a gold rare, another rare, and a common, and a dual terminal, parallel, normal, rare, whatever that means. It's just a normal DT. Honestly, this is the one that I would go for. I mean, if I already have to pay double digits for any and all of these, I would just go for the DT. Of course, this card needs a reprint, man. It really does need a reprint soon. Let's see what Konami decides to do. But in the meantime, it's up there in price. Wow. Extremely difficult card to get. All of these versions and printings are years and years removed, you know, to actually that these cards came out, and they're just hard to get, man. So Konami, this should be in your reprint radar. Definitely one that we want. But let's dig in the DT, as we can. I mean, look at this card. Either player can pay 100 life points to negate the special summon of a monster and or an effect that special summon a monster and destroy those cards. Just broken, continuous floodgate insanity. As you can see, card used to be what, 17, says we went down to 16. So the moves haven't been that volatile, basically communicating that the value has remained strong here. And as we can see, still around that 17 to 18 billion mark. You do have a couple of walls of China at 20s, only 1 page though. So look, single digit listings, you do have, again, the wall of China, but it's solidifying in price at around 20 billion. So definitely one to keep in mind. Then we have Snowman Eater. You know, the Turbo Pack Booster 5 super rares are getting cleaned out of the markets. Even the Advent Calendar super rares making moves. These rares, they're all money. All copies of Snowman Eater are above 2 billies essentially, as you can see here. So if you have a Snowman Eater, you essentially have money. Again, the Turbo Pack Supers continue to go parabolic in the last 3 months. Wow, this card is skyrocketing. Only 1 page, only a couple of playsets left in the markets before it's a triple digi card. Only 5 listings. Guys, people don't play around. People buying playsets at 48 billies. Hey, Edison format, they just want their cards. Broken card. This card looks beautiful. I had a playset. I sold them. And yeah, but I bought those super cheap. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely one to keep in mind. And then why I thought I opened let me see if it's right here. Oh, that's my bad. Let me see right here. Come on now, TCG player, don't do that to us. In the meantime, Battle Fader, you know, man, that bothers me when this happens. Whatever, guys. But yeah, we have Battle Fader here. You know, the secret rares look beautiful at 8 billies. Still, that's cheap, guys, honestly, in my opinion. Obviously, you have the ultimate rares up there in price. The Dusa rarity is also one that I would keep in mind. You know what I mean? Then you have the regular DT. So Battle Fader has a bunch of printings. Most of them are budget and common, but as you can see, they're all above the 2/4 range. So I wouldn't be surprised to see all of these commons at a billy at the very minimum if this card doesn't receive a new reprint anytime soon. Again, the secret rare is hovering around that 8 billy mark. Let's clean this up here real quick. We see 747, quickly goes up to 850 and beyond. Only 2 pages. Let's see right here. Yeah, only 2 pages, 16 listings, and this secret rare looks beautiful. Definitely a card you should consider, to just have access to. Again, sometimes if you can stop one battle phase in the Edison format, that gives you a chance to come back on your next turn if you draw the right card. So definitely a card that you want to keep in mind. Then again, you have the Duel rarity. Used to be under 3s forever. You see a bump up here near that $3 range. Let's see, you see a couple of deals there, but quickly the card goes above 3s and to 4s. Only 2 pages, 20 listings. I told you guys a while back, Battle Fader Duel rarity, it's still pretty cheap. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a 5 billy card sooner rather than later, one that you want to have in your radar. Then we move on to Caius, man, the Shadow Monarch. We've been talking about this card literally, since our first videos back in the day, the first, Yugioh fresh off the press videos. Those were the early days, man, and we continue to talk about this card. Why? Because every copy is essentially above 3 billies. I mean, the super rares are the cheapest. Like that's just, guys, no way, no how. Make sure you get, look, 22 listings here, 28 listings, 17 listings. This one says 62, but if you clean that up, I bet it'd be in the 20s as well. Then you have the super rares. Guys, this card looks clean. I have me a stack of these put away. I'm just letting it age like fine wine, marinate like fine wine. Look, you had the first leg up, a strong retracement. Now you have that second leg up that pierced the previous all-time high, just going parabolic, now retracing back down to the previous highs before continuing the uptrend, in my humble opinion. Again, you have a couple, that's a 0%er, so you have a couple of deals here, but quickly the card goes up to 3, a solid 3 billies, man, for all copies of this card. As you can see, a lot of one-ofs. And then the Wall of China is at 350 though, so keep that in mind. You're gonna have to push out more than 10 billies for a playset of this card. 36 listings only. I've been waiting on this one forever. Look at that demand. As recent as today, people coming in getting even playsets. This card is going to get hard to get. That's why I have my stack put away. I've just forgotten about this card. But right now, honestly, if I wouldn't have this card, I would just come in, get at least one of these one-ofs or a couple of these under 3 billies and make sure I have access to the card. It's just broken in Edison format. Then we have Shadow Imprisoning excuse me, Mirror. The DT is not bad after we had the ultra rare reprint. This one got massively reprinted, so I would focus on this one, honestly, which we're gonna see. And obviously the Mama reprint, of course, like I just said, massively reprinted, but as of late you see a small spike off the low, so now would be a good time, around that 2/4 mark. I have a bunch of these. Of course, you do see the Walls of China, so you don't want to go in too deep for now, but for the long term, if this card doesn't get reprinted, I see this ultra rare being a billy, 2xing from here up 100% heading into the future. And the DTs used to be value. They used to be money around 16 to 17 billies a pop. Now with the ultra rare reprint, we see that the DTs are as low as 249. Even play sets around here. I think for the long term, that'll be a good investment. Why? 28 listings, super hard card to get. Of course, doesn't have a lot of demand as of late, so you do have to keep that in mind due to the ultra rare reprint. But all in all, it's a card that looks beautiful. It's from Duel Terminal 7, and people really like this one. This Duel Terminal used to be value, so definitely keep it in mind. Then we have Blackwing Armor Master. Recently got a 1/4 century secret rare at 6 to 8 billies. As you can see here, not bad, man, for a QCSR. I mean, I feel bad for whoever bought the Starlight. Let's check that out. OTs still look nice, and all versions of this card were up there in price. So man, if I had any of these around in the teens, I'd be getting rid of these quick, because now we're gonna get that QCSR reprint. It's gonna be way cheaper than these and looking way better, honestly, if you ask me. But look at that Starlight, guys. Look at that Starlight. Used to be 90 billies, went all the way up to 120s, and now the card is going back down under 80. So that's a $40 dump, man, thanks to the QCSR. And this is not done. I see this going down, below 50 billies as a possibility, thanks to the QCSR reprint. And yeah, man, honestly, the only ones that I would be holding from here, the only one would be the ultimate rare, and this secret rare, I won't lie, looks nice. I really like it from 5Ds, but still, man, it'd be either this one if I needed to play it or the ultimate rare, but I would be selling most of the other copies, and probably this one goes down too, you know, because the QCSR is gonna look nice, man. I can't wait to get the picture right there. Then we have Buyouts, man. Don't forget Buyouts, it does have the ultimate rare as well, but here we have the budget prints per se. You know, the OG ultras are not that easy to get. The legendary collection 5Ds OG secrets are also not easy to get, and then you have the super rares as well. All of these are going to get harder to get. Yes, the latest secret was recently massively overprinted, but we're making those considerations. We need to understand that once these all dry up, you know, I believe Buyouts is going to have value into the future. Right now the supply is so great, but if Edison continues to pick up, Blackwing is an Edison fan favorite, and that major demand can actually cause this card to become more scarce. If that's the case, then we expect to see it go from a 2/4 price valuation towards that Billy range. And guys, if you can take a 2x, it doesn't matter how little it is. It doesn't matter if you're doubling your money. It's really hard to double your money in this world consistently. So, hey, when we see cards like these, I literally have like 50 of these. Just put away, forget about them, come back in a couple of years, and, you know, definitely live to fight another day with a smile on my face. Then we have Deep Sea Diva, man. The Duelist Saga versions continue to spike up towards 750. Even the OTS Supers are around that 4 Billy range, you know. And then you have the rares from Maximum Gold Eldorado. I honestly have a couple of R09s of this rare because they're just too cheap, honestly. And I believe just with 6 prints for this card, I believe this is going to dry up, get hard to get eventually, and I could see this rare pushing above the Billy range. So at a market price of 62 cents, this is too cheap, guys. It is, honestly. This is easily a Billy down the road. It's a card that a lot of people use in Edison, and it's just a normal summon starter. It pops off. It's a tuner, level 2. Just such a great card. Yeah, I mean, let's check the rare real quick before we check do someone. Look at the rare. Used to be what, 30 cents, now doubling up in price. That's strong, guys. That is strong. Look, we see that spike off the lows, the initial spike. We'll see probably consolidation probably here a little bit before having that next leg up into the Billy range. So if you ever needed this card, look at that. Like, you don't actually see any major walls from current prices up to the Billy range. I'm telling you guys, it's too easy, guys. If you need this card, snipe these right here, because this will be a Billy card very, very soon. And I like to see that, because I bought this card around here, you know, when no one really cared about it. And yeah, same for Dusa. Used to be 6 Billies, went up to 8s, now retracing back down with a couple of deals. A little bit of a retracement down to the mean at 650, 7 Billies. But I could see this pushing double digits sooner rather than later. Only 4 pages, 38 listings. And yeah, look, some people even coming in, getting their play sets. It looks beautiful. This Dusa rarity card looks marvelous. Then we have Colossal Fighter. I mean, the ultimate rares are pushing triple digits, you know, and then all other copies are up there in price value in the sense of essentially 3, 4, 5 Billies at the bare minimum. But the one that I would be getting is the secret rare, honestly, and it continues to make moves, guys. This is another one that, guys, was $7, went all the way up to 16, 17s, 20s, retraced back down to the single digi range, and now is making that next push up, starting at 13 Billies. The demand is just too much. People coming in, they need this card for the extra deck. Is an extra deck staple, and honestly, you want to make sure you have that exposure to this card. This is a beautiful rarity at the secret rare you know, version, and 13 Billies, 15 listings only. The demand is coming in. I can feel it. I see this second leg up, possibly even piercing through and reaching above 20 Billies a pop for this secret rare. Don't be that guy. Don't pay a premium. If you need this card, if you're gonna play Edison, you know, format, and you need this for your extra deck, which most people do, make sure you get it now at under 15s before this is 20 and beyond, in my humble opinion. Then you have Archlord Christia. What a card. I can't believe this card still only has these little amount of printings. Honestly, I would just go for any of the super rares, or either this one or this one, but all versions are essentially above 3 Billies for this card. It's crazy. Even the Destiny Soldier Super, this is the one that was more recently reprinted compared to the other versions. So this is the one that I would be getting right now, honestly. As we can see, reach 3 Billies, a little bit of a retracement. Now is the time to make those considerations. If you look, you only have one deal, and then it's, you know, it's going up there in price. Only 3 pages, 25 listings. Extremely hard card to get, and again, this card is just too broken, so make sure you get access to it. Guys, don't forget, link in the description down below. You can come over here to our centralized resources link tree page, where you can find our short form content, social media platforms, Discord. A lot of people joining in recently to the Discord. I just want to give thanks to you guys. It really does help out, you know, to have all the people joining in and interacting and things of that nature. It's very fun over there. So if you have Discord, don't forget to click right here after clicking, again, the link in the description down below. And shout out to the Semi-Limited Podcast. Recently had an episode with them the other day, like a week and a half ago. Had a blast over there. For all the new people coming in, make sure you check that and the previous ones out. And then have loved that episode as well. Thank you so much. And then again, we have our very own Yugioh fresh off the podcast, man. Right here, episode 2 is fresh off the press. Came out a couple of days ago. Make sure you don't miss out. And if you're brand new, we have an episode 1 here. Make sure you check these out. When you're like scrolling through your cards, your binders, things of that nature, you can have fun listening in to your boy Jay from Fresh Off the Press. Don't forget, man, half of you guys are not subscribed. Click the subscribe button. It really does help out. Ring that notification bell to stay tuned for podcasts, episode releases, live stream announcements, and giveaways, as well as we always continue to do on the channel. And yeah, destroy that like button, man. You guys are amazing. You guys continue to destroy the like button. It really does help out the channel. Thank you so much. And yeah, don't forget, guys, none of this content is official financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. Jay, continue to talk about Edison format cards, guys. Yeah, I mean, here we are, guys. DD Crow's Secret Rares, man. I need these. I'm slacking, man. I still don't have my playset. I don't know what I'm waiting for, man. I'm slacking big time. What am I waiting? I need a playset of these secrets. They just look beautiful. They do. I mean, honestly, but the one that I would be going for is the Battles of Legend Ultra. I mean, any of these Ultras, really. Around at a Billy, a little bit under, things of that nature. But look, this is a crime. 74-cent crows, man. Still have 1 page overall, but many listings for this card. Of course, you have the Ultimate Rare. You have, you know, the Starlights. But Konami with the reprint. This is weird that Crow didn't get like a QCSR in the Twins or something, because I don't think we got Crow, right? Because Konami's been reprinting cards left and right. So I wouldn't be holding these Starlights, honestly, if it would be me. But card does look beautiful and it's hard to get, so I get it. But this is the ultra rare. This is where it's at, man. You have a couple of deals here. The card quickly goes up to 75 cents. It's DD Crow. It's a hand trap. You know, I believe this card has been reprinted a lot recently, but still. And this one particularly got massively reprinted, as you can see. If we click near mint here and do this, we see 190 listings. That is a lot, I won't lie. But in the long term, I believe this card will definitely hold a Billy Strong, and you want to make sure that you have exposure to such a card like this. Then we have Cyber Dragon, excuse me, another Edison staple, you know, in the side going second. To use where is it? There's another card. It's a fusion monster right here. To use Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. So we're gonna talk about that in a bit. But yeah, you want to make sure that you guys have your Cyber Dragons. I mean, you have a lot of options to choose from. If anywhere from nostalgic older versions to Ghost Rares, Ultimate Rare, Alternate Art, OG, you know, OTs. You also have the 2006 Collector's Tins Secret Rares, by the way. Oh man, my bad. I felt like sneezing. By the way, I have a playset of these. These look beautiful, man. They look fresh off the press. You have the OG dual terminals, and look, you even have a QCSR at around 5 billies. Not bad. And that's pre-sale prices. Oh man, I can't wait to get, you know, all these beautiful QCSRs. It's nice to finally have cheap QCSRs since the ones that came out, the God cards and the Blue Eyes, the first ones that came out. So that'll be fun. But yeah, you have plenty to choose from. Just make sure that you guys get your Cyber Dragon copies. And then for this card, don't wait, guys. Don't wait for this card. Do the Edison, of course. It recently got a reprint and goes from the past, the second haunting, but only 6 prints for this card. Honestly, I would be going for the Dusa rarity because I prefer that. But if you're like, Jay, I don't really like Dusa, then go for the ultra rare from goes from the past at a Billy. You can't go wrong with this card. I see this card being 2 to 3 Billies across the board at the bare minimum, even for the commons. Look, when you see commons at almost 3 billies, when you have like high rarity reprints, that means that overall the card is going to get hard to get. Under 100 listings for this card. This is a personal card that I'm going to actually invest into. I have a couple of these around there, and I play the Dusa rarity in my own Edison deck, but I want to get me a couple more. Why? Because I see it. Look, it's obvious. Only 6 prints. The Edison demand is here. It's an extra deck staple for most decks, especially going second with the Cyber Dragon to Contact Fuse, I believe. So you want to make sure you have access to a card like this that, yes, got recently reprinted, but goes from the past too, is getting harder and older as a set, you know, and harder to get. And then Dusa, that's where it's at, man. The card looks beautiful. Make sure you guys have your copies on you. Then we have Dandelion, you know, another staple in the plant deck back in the day in Edison. And you have the OTs, they're gone, man. But honestly, I would get these secret rares to look beautiful, fresh off the press. Some people like the Shonen Jump, but honestly, I would keep it simple. I would go for the mid-max rarity right here with the secret rare. It looks beautiful. I own a couple of these just as investments, as I don't play this deck. I play Light Sworns. As you can see, 7 billies for unlims, but the first eds are almost pushing double digits. Only 1 page, single digi listings for the first editions, getting cleaned out of the markets. I have a couple of these. I need to make sure to dig in, pull these out as they continue to get bought out, so that we can take profits. Been talking about this card forever. Like I said, if you go here and you search Edison and you check our previous market watches, you know, Edison market watches, we always talk about similar cards, but now is actually, that's why I like coming back to continue after a month or two, whatever, go back to Edison, because these cards make moves as well. The demand is coming in, people coming back into the game. They're like, I want to start with a slower pace format, yada, yada. Guys, Edison is there. That's where people are getting pushed into, is getting more popular. And that demand causes even the super rares to be $3 to $4. It's crazy. And then Dusa, man, this is still the budget option, but look, used to be under 2 billies, and as you can see, pushing over 2 billies. Well, they're in the chart, so sales over 2 billies, but you see a couple of deals here, but quickly goes, like I said, above 2 billies for this card after those deals are gone. Make sure this card looks beautiful. If you're playing plant deck, you know, back in Edison, whatever, or when you go to Edison, if you're gonna play this deck, make sure you don't miss out and you get your Dandelion copies. Then we have Mistworm, another extra deck staple with only 4 prints. We've talked about this card forever on the channel. You know, look, 35 billies, I wouldn't touch this, but the secret rare looks nice at around 11 billies. You have the ultras at 10 billies, and then you have these at 2. Guys, it's a matter of time. Honestly, that's why I've always talked about this card. It's a matter of time for this card to at least go to 5 billies, because it has to catch up to the other ones. These are not getting any easier to get, and this card is almost under 50 listings. Guys, this is why I have the channel, to provide value like this. I have a stack of these. Why? Because I saw the writing on the wall a long time ago. I said getting this card at under $1 billion is a steal, no matter what. And as you can see, I mean, I was picking these up at 80 cents. You have one deal here, a couple of deals with the Wazer China are at 2 billies. This card, look, if you analyze the charts here, and second leg mythology all over again. You have a low, you have the first leg up, everyone gets hyped, people sell, take profits, retrace back down to the mean, boom, second leg up, break the previous all-time high, and now we'll do probably some bullish consolidation, and in this case we'll probably get a third leg up. Why? Because this card has a lot of catching up to do. It's extremely hard to get. No one's cracking this, you know, this pack, these packs open, these boxes, these mini boxes. Everyone's like, oh, trash, no one cares. So usually these products need to find at least 1 or 2 cards that have value inside of them, and I think all that value is going to be transferred to this card. After that wall, of course, you do have massive walls of China, I won't lie, but the demand is also massive. People coming in, making sure they get their one-ofs, and little by little, this card is going to inkle up in price. What is inkle, Jay? I don't know. It just sounds like you guys get the gist, you know. But Mistworm, love this. Have my stacks put away since under a billy. Honestly though, I would come in, you know, if I need at least 1 Mistworm, take advantage of these deals. Just buy 1, get access to the card for your extra deck if you don't have it, and then if you want to buy a couple for a longer term investment play, this card will definitely be a 4 to 5 billy card down the road, in my humble opinion, unless it gets a reprint again, obviously, where you can at least double up your money. Then we have Stardust Dragon. What an iconic card. We have a QCSR, man. Wow, this card is getting a QCSR. Man, feel bad for people that have the Starlights, man. So honestly, it's not a bad pickup, man. I might pick it up, man, you know, for my own Edison extra deck. But honestly, this is the one that I like, the alternate art. Recently with the QCSR though, the demand is waning. That, you know, now used to be a billy, went up to 2s, now coming back down, you know, but it's a Billy 50. Quickly goes up to 2s once again because the QCSR is going to be readily available, but still not as available as this budget alternate art option that I really still like, you know. And yeah, definitely one to keep in mind. Then we have Black Rose Dragon. This is another one. Man, this is another one. As you can see here, QCSR and Starlight. Yikes, man, I wouldn't be holding this, bro. I wouldn't be holding it. Man, this card used to be 500. Says it went up to 600. Now is a whopping $400. Of course, after that deal gets bought up, it's already 440, 450s once again. But nah, man, we're getting QCSRs, bro, which are budget Starlight. So specifically those I would be selling, in my humble opinion. Yeah, but that's just what I would be doing. Of course, it's not official financial advice, but yeah, there's a bunch of Black Rose Dragons you can pick your choosing, a bunch of holographic ones. Honestly, even the secret rares up there in price. The OTs, crazy. So I would just get either a QCSR or a Dusa rarity, you know, ultra rare. That's the one that I have. But I feel like making, you know, with some of these rarity bumps with the tins, really like that. Definitely going to be rarity bumping my extra deck with some of these. Same with Yugioh Guardian. I really like this one as it has a super rare from Legendary 5Ds that is $4 raw super. So, you know, when we see, excuse me, things like that, it makes you want to come here and just get the Dusa one. Almost under 50 listings, only a Billy. Of course, you have the secret, the DTs, the OTs, and the OG Ultras, things of that nature, but this is the one that I would be focusing on, honestly. As you can see, it used to be 59 cents. It says it's a Billy, and if we clean this up here real quick, we can definitely notice that you have a deal here and there, but it's really a Billy and above for this card. And yeah, the demand, guys, charts don't lie. Charts don't lie. I'm just showing the evidence. I'm showing the facts. I'm showing the demand. Make sure you get these extra deck staples that most people need playing Edison format. Trish, no, it was Brio, I think it was. That's the card that I wanted to talk about here. Man, this ultimate rare Trish, man, is that really that? I just need to check it, man. Now that I see it, Trish is a beautiful card, honestly, and broken as well. But yeah, it's this card right here. Let me see all versions. But in the meantime, let me just see. Is that true, man? Let me see. Used to be worth an excess of 200, and now went down to what, 140. Okay, Trish. Just taking a look at Trish here. You know, ultimate rare for 150s. Man, it makes me want to get me one of these days. That card looks fresh off the press. Then we have, is it this one? No, it's Brio. Man, you got, where's Brio? Where did Brio go? Let me see. No, it's not you. It's not you. Let's see if we can find Brio here. This, boom. Let's see right here. Yeah, my bad, guys. So yeah, this card, of course, and another extra deck staple. You have the secret rares. You have the DTs getting bought out. You know, you have the super rare at these prices. All these higher end versions are harder to get or worth money. These lower end budget cards used to be massively overprinted, and you still have a Dual Devastator one version that is, but these ones under 100 listings and under 40 listings, guys, this is the one you want to pick up. Wow, it says used to be a Billy, pumping up a little bit. And yeah, man, I have a couple of these, and it's nice to see they're appreciating in value. Come in here, man, just snipe a couple of these deals before this card is a 2 Billy card, only 3 pages, 29 listings, guys. Parabolic, you can see the chart in the last 3 months, man. Like I said, charts don't lie, man. It's already a 33-minute video. It's crazy. It always happens when I'm talking about Edison too. So hopefully Leon and the Edison crew, man, you're enjoying this content. Then, you know, you have a Thought Ruler Archfiend. You have a DT getting bought out. The 15s from 8s. The OTs are going bonkers. You know, and then you have an ultra rare budget that got massively overprinted. So honestly, I would focus on the secret. This is the one that I have in my own extra deck, guys. This is still a deal. This is still a deal at 14 listings. This is going to be a double digi card soon. If you want this card, if you need it for your extra deck in Edison, don't wait. Don't sit around and wait. These deals are going to get gobbled up, and it'll be double digis in a blink of an eye before no time. Make sure you get your copies. You know, you always have the budget ultra, but I got mine already at $5, and you know, I'm satisfied with that. Then we have Upstart Goblin. Remember, there's not too many holographic Upstart Goblins. You know, a lot of commons. Most of these are all worth almost a Billy. So honestly, this is not bad. Super rare for $2, ultra rares for 7s. They've been going down a little bit. Those are two that I would keep in mind. Let's check the budget version here. Again, for Edison format, you see a clear downtrend here for the last 6 months. So now is a great time if you wanted this card at under 2 billies, you know, or 2 billy range, to make sure you pick these up for a deal. And then we have Mind Control. You have the World Championship 2005 super rares, $15. But honestly, I would just go either for the budget Dual Devastator Ultra or for the Mind Control coming from Legendary Collection 3 Yugi's World. These look way better. These are the ones that I have. Honestly, I have this one. I just play one in my Edison deck. Is Mind Control I won back then? I don't remember right now, but yeah, I have my one of, but if not, I would be playing this one. But yeah, you have a lot of options. Just make sure you have access to such a great card going second. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's content. Wow, what a video. All about Edison, 35 minutes in. Wow, it's been a while since I made a 35-minute video, but I did it, you know, for Edison. Edison deserves a lot. Still haven't actually physically played Edison format yet. It's crazy. I always talk about it. I've invested into the format and I already have my deck built. It's just I haven't been able to participate in an Edison format event. So I look forward to that first time coming soon, you know. Let's see what happens. But yeah, hopefully you guys found value today in all these deals, you know, all these buyouts, just to stay informed. If you have these cards, you have money. If you don't, make sure you get them soon, you know, before you have to pay a premium for those. Of course, this is not official financial advice. Guys, if you made it this far out into the video, you guys continue to be the straight MVPs. Thanks for all you do. Don't forget to subscribe. Guys, thank you so much for your time, your support, and your attention. Stay fresh.